When night falls and the world slips into silence, there exists a realm beyond human control, a place where logic slumbers and the impossible comes alive. This is the domain of dreams. There, we soar through endless skies, reunite with the departed, or wander into palaces that defy reality, all guided by an unseen hand. But that hand does not belong to Zeus, nor to Hades, nor even Apollo. It belongs to Morpheus, the god of dreams, the silent sculptor of our subconscious, the weaver of every surreal vision that dances behind closed eyes. Morpheus, the dream shaper in the shadows. Unlike the mighty gods of Olympus, Morpheus is not often sung about in heroic epics. He bears no sword, casts no thunderbolts, and brings no calamities upon the world. And yet, in silence, he touches the deepest corners of the human soul. Morpheus is the son of Hypnos, the god of sleep, who could lull the entire cosmos into slumber with a mere wave of his hand. If Hypnos puts the world to sleep, then Morpheus is the one who enters afterward, crafting dreams behind closed eyes. He does not work alone. In ancient Greek texts, Morpheus is said to lead the Oneiroi, the triad of dream gods, which includes Phobter, the bringer of nightmares, and Phantasos, the painter of surreal, fantastical visions. But Morpheus possesses a gift unlike any other, the power to take on human form within dreams, convincing the dreamer that what they see is real, eerily, hauntingly real. Because of this, many believe that messages from the gods were not always delivered through lightning or omens, but through Morpheus himself. He is the messenger in the dark, carrying divine warnings, hopeful signs, or unspoken fears into the minds of those who sleep, whispering truths in the language of dreams. The silent god, when Morpheus becomes the messenger of the unspoken. In a world of Greek mythology filled with the deafening crack of thunder and the booming curses of Olympus, Morpheus moves differently. He arrives in silence, slipping through slumber without a sound, leaving behind nameless emotions. Those moments when we wake in the dead of night and whisper to ourselves, what did I just dream? Among the Oneiroi, Morpheus alone possesses the rare gift of taking human form within dreams. That is why Zeus himself, the king of the gods, chose him to deliver prophetic visions and divine decrees to kings and heroes. When the hero Aeneas dreamed of his father returning from the afterlife, it was not mere memory. It was Morpheus, cloaked in the form of the father, carrying final words meant for his son. When kings dreamed strange visions before the day of battle, it wasn't chance. It was Morpheus, whispering into their subconscious, guiding them toward their fate. No one ever sees him arrive. No one remembers his face. Yet everyone has met him within a dream. What sets Morpheus apart is that he doesn't weave dreams at random. He shapes them from the soul of the dreamer. For the fearful, his dreams are warnings. For the love-struck, he grants a fleeting reunion with a cherished one. For the wise, he conjures symbols so profound that they awaken with a quiet, inexplicable clarity. Ancient scholars once likened Morpheus to a mirror, not one that reflects the face, but one that reveals the hidden corners of the soul. He does not judge. He simply shows you who you truly are, stripped of the masks you wear in the daylight. When dreams guide destiny, Morpheus in the great myths. If Zeus is the thunder that shakes the heavens, and Poseidon the roar of the ocean depths, then Morpheus is the whisper of the soul, echoing through the dreams of those standing at the threshold of fate. He needs no sword, no spell. Morpheus bends the world with visions, fleeting, fragile, yet sometimes more powerful than destiny itself. One of the most haunting tales tied to Morpheus is the dream of Hecuba, queen of Troy. While pregnant with Paris, she dreamt she had given birth to a flaming torch that set all of Troy ablaze. The vision so terrified King Priam that he ordered the child to be killed at birth. But fate is not so easily silenced. Paris survived and would later ignite the Trojan War. So, who sent that dream? Perhaps it was Morpheus, the one who cloaks the future in symbols and leaves it to mortals to choose how they respond. He did not wield a weapon, nor spill a drop of blood, yet he helped shape the course of a legendary war. Or consider Penelope, the faithful wife of Odysseus. In the long nights of waiting, she dreamed of her husband's return, of ships crossing the sea, of winds howling outside her window like the voice of fate itself. Morpheus did not take away her sorrow, but he offered her something else, hope. Fragile, flickering, but enough to keep her waiting. To the ancient Greeks, dreams were never random. They were messages, omens, echoes from a distant realm. And Morpheus, as the bridge between the divine and the dreaming mind, was the gateway through which they passed. He didn't change the world. He changed the way people saw the world. He didn't speak the truth directly, but he guided dreamers into moments that would quietly alter the course of their lives. And that is why Morpheus is not merely a god. He is the guide through the mist, the keeper of truths that only reveal themselves when we close our eyes. When truth hides in dreams, Morpheus and his message for the modern world. If you've ever woken up feeling as if you had just lived another life, if you've ever remembered a dream with crystal clarity, so vivid it felt real, then perhaps Morpheus has already paid you a visit. In Greek mythology, the gods often interacted with mortals in dramatic ways, through storms, magic, transformations, or thunderous displays of power. But Morpheus is different. He doesn't need to appear in physical form. He doesn't need to terrify or dazzle. Instead, he slips into your mind, turning dreams into mirrors, reflecting the truths we fear to face in waking life. In a dream, you might find yourself running, but running from what? A faceless monster? Or a buried emotion? A past mistake never forgiven? A truth left unspoken? Morpheus doesn't paint dreams for amusement. He paints them like riddled murals, where every image is a coded message from your soul. To the ancient Greeks, dreams weren't meaningless flickers of the sleeping brain. They were the voice of fate, of destiny, of the gods themselves. Dreams were whispers from the universe. Temples were built solely to interpret them. Prophets, even at Delphi, sometimes relied on the visions from dreams to deliver their divine oracles. And Morpheus, quietly watching from his shadowed realm, became the unseen guardian of inner truth, guiding humanity through the dark corridors of its own mind. You see, not all gods carry swords or ride thunderclouds. Some only need the softest touch, a single brushstroke across your dream, to change the course of your entire life. Finale, Morpheus, the dream weaver and the awakener of truth. Morpheus is the embodiment of a beautiful paradox. In the realm of unreality, he offers the rawest truths. In our most vulnerable, drowsy, fragile moments, he is unraveling the deepest knots of our lives. In today's world, consumed by reason, noise, and reality, it's easy to dismiss dreams as nothing. But maybe, just maybe, on a quiet night, Morpheus still sits beside you in silence, whispering. The answer has always been in your heart. You just haven't dared to close your eyes to see it. And perhaps that's why, even in this cold, digital age, Morpheus has never truly disappeared.